Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to After the Island. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we are reviewing all things Love Island USA Season 3 right now, even though we're going to move into just reality dating shows at some point. But before we break down the parents visiting episode last night, we just want to thank our incredible sponsors, HelloFresh, BetterHelp, and Nutrafol. So After the Island is brought to you by Forever Dog Podcast Network. You can listen to all their favorite comedy and culture podcasts each week at foreverdogteam.com, and also follow them on Instagram and Twitter at foreverdogteam.
And just like last year, we go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't catch the live, you can catch it right after on our YouTube channel. Or if you don't want to see our faces, you can listen to us on any podcast app. So search After the Island.
Yes, and make sure to always leave us a review. We're looking for those. So we have a special guest with us today.
What the freak? Where's Joey?
What the freak? Where's Joey? He's right here with us. You'll see right now.
I'm so excited, you guys.
We're so excited to have you. I hope Joey doesn't get canceled.
So you guys know we're looking right at Joey. Like,
Yeah,
we're looking at each
That's
other.
why I'm not going to be looking at the camera like this. I'm going to be facing you two when we talk, I decided. But before we get started, you know what? I just must say that these girls are such troopers. You guys... Listen, I know you guys like to bitch about the technical difficulties here, but this is not the Today Show. We don't have a big team. We are learning this as we go. So the fact that I can even do this is crazy.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's so great.
It's so great. We're
Oh
so
my
excited. Joey's a babe. Everyone's, writing in the
thanks, you
comments.
guys.
We love that.
Joey for Gay Love Island.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Joey can say all of the things that we want to say, but we just can't.
Joey will end the live stream and then he will just go off on all of his thoughts. And we're like, you know what? You need to just come on here and give the spiel.
Yes, exactly.
We have a group text where it's just me being like, oh my God, this song that they're using. Oh wow, the way the producers just cut to that. And then 3 hours later, they'll be like, haha. I'm like, okay.
He was on the East
Got
Coast,
it.
so he was watching before us. So
Well, and also he puts it in all caps. It's never
it's
just
important.
Joey
OMG,
and I
blah,
are the
blah,
same.
blah.
We
It's
talk in screaming.
Literally. But wow, what an episode.
What an episode. All right, let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Also, wait,
Yes.
must we say at the end, we're going to let you guys ask me, I don't even know how to name this game, but we're going to let you ask me questions about Elizabeth and Alex.
Yeah.
And I'll give you my true unfiltered opinions on it.
Oh, I love that.
Who's always late or
Who's
who's
late,
messy? Yeah.
Who's more likely to have an excuse,
Yeah. Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be fun. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Someone said
That's
in
really
quotes, we are
fun.
not the Today Show.
We are not the Today
Stop.
Show. We are After the Island a little better, but not as technically
I'm crying.
forward.
Okay. Joey is truly the voice of the people. I just love all of you. Okay. So let's get into it. Basically, it starts out with Kira and Corey.
Yeah.
Kira pulls Corey for a chat or the other
Yeah.
way around. Not sure.
I think she wanted an inside opinion.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that she kind of is curious. This is obviously before the families come in, but she's kind of curious about what America is seeing and what she's not seeing.
I think what we tell in this episode, which we haven't seen before, is I think she's had hints that America has seen a lot that they don't like about Will and her, and now it's really the villa pushing it on her. And this is where it kind of feels like it takes that full shift, and kind of in the last episode too, where it's not just America being like, there's red flags, it's everyone around her now in the villa that are directly watching them being like, this is not going to work on the outside.
Wait,
Yeah.
question for you guys. Why can she not go to any of the other girls that got there after Casa Amor? So Bailey was in Casa Amor, right?
No, she wasn't.
They're-
So,
none
why
are
can't
there.
she be
None are
Well,
there.
No, but Bailey was there. Bailey got there after Casa Amor. Why can't she go to Bailey and say you watched it?
saw it.
You saw it. Do the producers not let you, or is it?
She might, and we
She
just
might
don't
have.
see it.
Yeah, she might have asked her, and maybe that's why
Because I'm
she's
sure
not.
she could just get it real straight up then? Because
Yeah.
I think-
both her and the blonde girl.
So back to the
Stellar, Atlanta.
okay, so those girls coming in, I don't know if they even got to watch Casa because they cut the people off at some
At a certain
point. So they might not even have watched Casa, but also the Jenny could have told her because Jenny made it back and so did Leslie. So she could have sat down and asked, but I think with Kira is she's too afraid to know up until now. I think she almost didn't want to know because she wasn't ready to hear it. So I think she missed her chance to ask them. And I also think she was so scared of pissing off Will
Yeah.
that that's why she didn't ask those girls either. Like it would have felt in her mind, I'm going behind his back.
Yeah.
If he told me what happened, then I don't need to ask them. Even though I would have had to. I would have been like,
every
okay,
guy in
tell
the
me,
house,
please.
Like they are all like beating around the bush. Like if I was at Casa Amor and he did that, I would be like, well, this is what happened. Yeah, everything he told you, it's truthful. Like from my eyes, this is how I saw it. Everyone's scared, like shitless of Will, and I don't know why, because he seems. I mean, he does kind of have a temper, but
The temper came through in this episode more too.
Did it?
Or not this episode. Maybe it was a preview of next, but like with him and Trina.
Oh, I forgot about that. I kept looking away like when the preview for the next thing came on. But
Yeah.
you're right. I did hear it.
And that was very interesting to me because I was like, well, maybe Shannon just got a little on his face. Maybe Shannon's a bit fiery, like we've seen, being the Philly girl. But now that we've seen it with Trina too, and him getting so defensive, I did not like that.
Well, it's weird too
red
because
flag.
yeah,
Red flag.
Trina and him it seemed as though they were pretty close. Like they had conversations about where they both were at. They kind of like had each other's backs.
Willen?
And Trina. Remember they
Yeah.
had that conversation at the fire pit and he said he felt like disrespected by Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
So they kind of like confide in each other
Yeah.
in some ways. But for her, like I think for Trina to kind of flip a switch, like there has to
Exactly.
be something. And
That we're not seeing.
them having this realization, like, yes, you've been in a villa with them for so long, but people's true colors really do start to come out by the end.
They do. And you
Because
start seeing
you
everything.
can't fake anything anymore.
I mean, like, yeah, but also none of them are best friends with Kira. So are
Yeah.
they really just suddenly concerned? Or are they like, money, let's get this bitch out of here? Because eye on the prize. It's time to like go for the gold here.
I don't know because Joy, it's
I mean, I'm not
a
saying that's
normal
the case or
opinion
that's
to
what I
think
think,
that.
but
Yes.
it's a lot of money, and
I
people on
know.
Twitter are saying it.
And if
Mhm.
I were you or if I was the people on Twitter, I would be totally like, oh, it's totally that. But because Alex and I were in that situation, we were not thinking. What does that mean?
Do you guys
we
talk
were
about
not
the
thinking
money?
about no,
like, do you
we
guys
never
talk about
did.
the
We felt like it
prizes,
wasn't even a
anything like
thing.
that? Like, did you and Zach?
Never.
What's his name? Zach, right?
Yes.
Was I'm rewatching their season right now. That you guys never were like, wait,
No.
we're gonna get some
No.
bread after
No.
this.
Like we really weren't.
Wow.
The
That's
way
why
that-
it's
Yeah.
so weird. And like honestly, if I heard me say that, I would be like, I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so weird.
Well, also when we were told, like, because we didn't know how much money you won because we
Yeah.
were first season, so like they kept it a secret, and they basically had Ariel like announce when we were all coupled up in the first episode how much money it would be, and we were like, woohoo, like yay, and they were like, okay, like a producer came over, like the voice of God in the villa, and he was like, can we act maybe a little more excited? Like there's $100,000 on the line. And so we had to reshoot our reactions because like we just didn't
Yeah.
care.
Well, here's the thing too. They told us someone might win that. Because we were a
Oh.
pilot season, it could have been taken away.
Oh,
Were
I
you
wasn't
guys
thinking
were you
that
guys
far.
Love Island fans before? Like, did you guys know how the game works? Did you guys watch?
We had to
I
watch
watched
it.
like half of a UK
Yeah,
season. I didn't even
same.
finish the whole
3.
thing, to be
I
honest.
think 3 was the one we were told to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I understood the premise, but I also was like, and that's why I was so scared because it's so raunchy, and I'm like,
yeah, well, because on
not
your
outwardly
season,
raunchy like that. So I was terrified of that.
on your season, Michael, the one that's like clearly an actor, when he comes in and like couples up with you in the beginning, Alex was like, I forget, like he just had no clue how the hell this thing worked. He was like, "Oh, are you guys like here for like what are you guys here for?" And I was like, "Are you kidding?"
He's like, what show is this yet again?
Literally.
Just let me know.
literally.
Oh my god! I just every time I think of that, I just picture him with like the birds up in the dressing room, and I was like, what the hell?
I know.
But
So basically, she's saying she's not that upset about the tweets. It's more the girls telling her that
Yeah.
all of this is going on and
Yeah.
this is the way they feel about it, which Joey does kind of make a good point. Like, they didn't really care until.
I
Well,
know.
I'm
It's
also
the
not
only
like
storyline. That's the only thing.
I'm not trying to like question their intentions. I mean, I'm sure
I
it's
w-
just like why all of a sudden like Casa Amor was weeks ago. Why are they suddenly having red flags about Will? Is it because they saw his temper side with Shannon?
Right.
No, I
But
think
also it's a little bit cultural. Like I am like it's same thing with Italians. Like we get hot and heavy real quick because we're passionate about like the situation. So in one sense, like I get where Will's coming from, but I'm also like, is he like?
is he over the line?
Is he
over
in the back of his mind like, hold on, like she's gonna watch this in a few weeks? I would almost tell her more and be like, yeah, you know what, you might read it as this and it might look this way when you see it, but just so you know it's not, because like,
Right.
she's gonna watch it.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
maybe he did tell her that in bed though, like in their pillow talks. Like it could have been said and we just don't
Yeah,
know.
we just don't know.
I also think, like Alex just said, the storyline is kind of like, where even is it at this point?
Yeah.
That maybe that all the girls are being told, hey, go tell Kira this. Hey, go
Mhm.
have this conversation
Yeah.
with Kira about this. It might not, the motive might not be, you know, oh, Kira's my best friend, I need to look out for her. It might be like, oh,
Yeah.
we were hinted about the idea.
Wait, so questions about pillow talks for you guys.
Mhm.
One, is there like, can you hear other people talking at night?
No.
No. Okay, so is there like a loud air conditioning or like white noise or something happening when you guys are all laying in bed?
The
There's
waves
the-
crashing.
I was gonna say the
outside.
bugs of the island and like there's
Wow.
no fan on it, which was
No,
horrible because
there-
I
And
need
you guys
a fan
can't
to
hear
sleep.
each other?
Mm-mm.
No, the beds are like
We, like,
spaced out enough.
They're really not though. I don't
They're
know
not.
why
I don't know why we
hear
couldn't.
each other.
I think it's 'cause
because
everyone's
we were all
whispering. Yeah.
Because we didn't want there's mics in the headboards.
And there's also a
Oh.
dangling mic.
Yeah. So you like
Just like a little puff.
you go under
ball.
the covers and start like whispering and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At one point,
Kyle, get in here.
That's
Hey,
Kyle,
girl.
our manager. She rocks.
at one point I plucked the puffball mic off the thing because I didn't want them to hear what I was saying, and I got in trouble
They
for
were
that.
like, please do
So
not
then the next
touch
day-
the mics.
The next day when I came in, there was a second dangling one.
They're like, you thought, bitch.
Wait, because I always wonder, like, my ass would snore so
Oh, there
loud.
were so many
God.
snorers.
There were so Ray.
Kira,
Ray.
and Ray.
Ray.
Oh
I
my
slept
god.
next to Ray, and I was like, Ray, I'm about to suffocate you.
Yeah, all those beds, that was kind of the people that were on
Yeah,
our
you were
side of the
up
room.
you were up at the top though, so you didn't. You had Kira.
Well, I
which
got
was
moved. My
rough,
bed got
too.
moved at one point.
Oh,
But
yeah,
for the
you did.
first whole half, I was right next to Ray and Taro,
Terrible.
and it was so bad. And then I had Kira, so I had Ray and Caro this way next to my bed, and then I had Kira across, and it was both
That
of them
is so
snoring.
funny.
No, it's
Did
just
you
I
guys
would,
ever-
throw stuff at them to wake them up so they would stop
Did you guys
snoring.
ever just like lay awake at night? Because like I'm self-conscious about my snoring. So like when I'm in like a new relationship, I just lay there like
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not
all
gonna
fucking
lie.
night, all night, because I get
Michael,
scared.
when I was with Michael, me and Elizabeth literally, he would arise out of bed like this.
She snuck over to my bed and was like, I can't get in here. Save me. She was like, I don't know where to sleep. I was like, she's like, I can't do it. I'm like, you got this.
He wore earplugs and a face mask when he went to bed. So I was like, how am I supposed to get to know you? Because I can't have a real conversation like out in the villa. The pillow talk is my only saving grace. And I don't have that. And then like he would
Oh, he was
arrive
a
at
Hollywood.
5 a.m.
He was a Hollywood actor there for a big break. Like he did not. He was not. Like,
But he walked in with no script.
yeah, he was literally there. He's like, okay, so will this get me auditions after? Like you could just tell he was like,
I'm dead.
Afterwards, he came out and said it actually hurt his modeling career and that no one would book him on stuff because they were
See?
afraid of Love Island and whatnot.
Oh, interesting.
But I saw that on his
but
story.
now Elizabeth's a successful model with LA models.
LA models.
Thanks for hyping me up,
Um,
Joey.
So
Wait,
let's go through what, because she kind of broke down what Will told her.
yeah.
And I was like, I need to write this down because I want to know. She said the first night he told her that they shared a bed and he put a pillow in between, which is true.
But he moved it.
Did he move it?
Yes, because she said, I'm not sleeping here if there's going to be a pillow here.
Did
You guys
we
can go
see
back and
him
watch.
move
There are
it?
receipts. Yes, there are receipts. People
Okay.
can go back and watch.
Okay.
He did put the pillow there. So that was not
Okay.
a lie, but the pillow was moved because
So
she was
not
like, well, I'm
full
not going to
truth.
sleep there if you put a pillow there.
Right. Because
But maybe
then
that
it's
was
like,
another night that he put the pillow there again and they moved it, is what I'm
True.
confusing with. But that's, yeah.
The second night they were kissing and she tried to pull the sheets over and he said no. We didn't see that.
Yeah, we
I
did
don't
not see
think.
the sheep getting pulled over.
Which I guess is a good thing because I think that would have sent everyone into a spiral. Um,
Her fucking eyes in the night. I was like,
oh my gosh, I know. She woke up and she saw demons. She was like,
and that could be from
I
any
have to
like
go.
she could have woken up like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago and looked at him and they
Oh,
were
I
like,
know.
we're saving this.
yeah,
place."
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
exactly.
I was like,
Exactly.
oh my god, Satan possessed her eyes.
She
No.
was looking at him like, I might kill him in his sleep. She's like, should I suffocate
He
him
is
with
now
a
her
pillow?
sleep paralysis
It was
demon.
a little Gone Girly of her.
I
was
agree.
like,
It was great though.
I know it was drama.
Crying. And then he says that they kissed more than once outside of a challenge, which like is true. It's all sure.
Kiss
But-
is such a light word.
But you know what I was thinking about is I know that we all give Casa as like a pass to do whatever and like test your relationship. I think the test is actually staying loyal, not making out with someone and sleeping with them and then coming back alone.
Yeah,
Like that's not a test.
loyal.
That's getting away. That's literally
Loyal.
just
I
going on a
remain
boys'
loyal.
weekend and getting away with it.
Like loyalty, man, in that house
It's
is
not
just, like,
existent.
my ex could never, could never, never.
I'm crying. Oh my god. So
But,
yeah,
like, I don't know. I mean, I just like it's a tough spot because I feel like Kira, like I don't know, like they weren't defined.
yeah.
But then again, I don't know. He really was like he brought that passion to flow. I don't know. The whole thing's messy.
It's
What
so
would
messy.
you have done? Where would you
I
guys
would've-
be? Because Zach was pretty loyal to you,
I know exactly.
except when he didn't tell the other girls coming
That he
in
had a girlfriend.
that he had a
told to do that.
girlfriend the
He
day
was-
after.
He was told to
All
do
the
that. In
boys
his
got
defense,
yelled at.
Damn it, Zach.
All of the boys
Yeah.
got yelled at for
Yes.
not being open enough that day.
Yeah.
So they all came
They
up
were-
to us and they were like, "We did
Well,
something."
your season, like they were
Uh-huh.
scared. They were scared to
yeah.
step out of line.
They
with the
did
Yeah.
girls.
not. They weren't like. Also, they didn't try to get to know anyone.
No, they
were the
didn't. They were
comfortable
bad.
ones.
Yeah,
They were
the
like, "Oh, I
comfortable
don't want to get to know her." I'm like, "Well, why not?"
Yeah.
It's weird. But
Yeah, like I would even go still pull people for chats and talk to
Yeah.
them and whatnot. Like I spent a day with Winston on the day bed and like,
Ugh.
and I honestly no, this is really
Big Brother
bad.
fans, I
No,
think
this is so
Winston
bad.
is
This
hot.
part, and only a couple people know this story. And honestly, I'm like so embarrassed to even say it. I'm like already reeling it back
Tell
in.
it like it is, Mama.
what your aunt?
So
Give it to us.
no,
Oh.
so I'm on the day bed with Winston and we're chatting and stuff. And I was having really bad stomach problems because I had the Fijian flu, like I said. So stuff was like still not figured out. So you know this is where this is going. So like obviously
Did
I
you
had
shit the
some
bed?
gas. Yeah. And because Fiji's really windy, it like blew right over to him and he was like, I think he like
You
saw
just shark.
a ghost. Like he was like, "Oh my god, do you smell that?" And I was like, "No, what do you smell?" And I played it off so well what I thought, but like
Like that TikTok where the girl's like,
it's yes, it was so bad. But my point is in all of this, I don't know why I felt the need to share that story that I did take time to like get to know people, even if it's just as friends. And I don't
Elizabeth's
know
like,
if that
I
was
would like to say
Lots
I
and lots of
sharted on Love Island. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I will be taking a
She's like, I forgot where I was going with that, but I did
did
shart.
shart.
I
Yeah.
did like crop dust him pretty bad, and that's disgusting.
She's walking away like.
But you guys don't understand. Fiji food is not. No, it's not edible. Like
Oh
there
my
was
God.
a reason I lost like 10 pounds going on that show. I ate white rice every day.
Oh,
And,
I was like, I was
was
eating human
disgusting.
ankle. I was down for it all.
they would bring in
God.
these random
I
mystery
gained 12
meats.
pounds. She lost 10.
And
I was like, sweet. How
It
does
looked
this
like
work?
someone just chopped off someone's ankle and was serving it to us. We called it human ankle every day for dinner.
I eat anything. I would be like, ooh.
No, you would not.
Some of
And if
this
you got
stuff
the
was
flu,
untouched.
too-
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but it was. They have
Wait,
this
don't
amazing
you guys cook
dish
for
there.
yourselves?
No, we only make breakfast and then lunch and dinner's catered.
Huh. Ooh. Are there snacks?
Yeah,
Like,
But,
you
like,
can
we
just
got
go grab a
yelled at.
Fijian
snack?
chips are like Lay's, and it'll be like chicken waffles,
Ketchup-
fish
ketchup
flavored
chips.
chips. And you're like, what?
Ooh.
No.
Are there Diet Cokes on the island? That's what I would
Joey, the way I would ask for a Diet Coke, my chaperone before I went in searched and scoured the island for 2
Well,
hours.
they only
to
have
get me a Diet
Coca-Cola
Coke.
Light. And well, at least in Australia, because
I
worked
forget
there
what
for some
I
time.
forget what it was, but it was like semi. I think it was a Diet Coke. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember I got a Sprite one day and I was so happy.
Was it the human ankle that made you shart, Elizabeth?
No, it was the Fijian flu that I got from something that had ketchup in it from a day before because I like threw up for 2 days straight I got pulled out to go to the medic and I'm like missing in a couple episodes because of it.
Okay, the food definitely wasn't the cause either. It was probably because my ass
I
was
drank
always
the water.
sitting on the counter and I got yelled at every single time. They'd be like, please get your butt off of the counter where everyone's eating food. And I was like, oh, sorry. They were like, this is causing people to get sick.
It was actually I drank the water
Counter
when I
sharts.
brushed my teeth. And we were told we were not allowed to drink the water. And I used that water to brush my teeth. So then after that, they brought in like a water jug that we had to use to brush our teeth with then.
Oh.
Because I had a meltdown about everything. But
all right,
so
getting back to
Reel it in.
basically
Minute two.
she's talking to Corey and says that she doesn't want to be made a fool of, which I totally understand. I feel really bad for her. I mean, like, I think this should have been talked about way earlier on so that they could have gotten past it, because now it's like things are just festering. She's probably thinking in her mind way worse. She probably wants to see the clips. I wish that they did that thing where they showed clips.
Like
I agree
Temptation
too.
Island?
No, or UK, they bring in the girl and they can have lunch together. But here's my whole thing.
Lunch.
If I had to sit down and Kira right now and tell her something, I would say, Kira, you don't look like an idiot for Flo. You look like an idiot for, sorry, not you look like an idiot, but you're, sorry, okay. You are looking dumb because you're too invested in someone where you can't see that they're not giving it all back to you. And that's where you're not like seeing things correctly. It's not that he went and did this with Flo, like that's part of Love Island, sure, whatever. Like to me, that's something you could work towards if he was giving you everything, but it's because the ratio of who cares more is so off. That's where it feels like you look stupid, not because he was misbehaving in Casa.
I don't think he doesn't care. I just think that,
No, I think she cares way more.
yeah, and I feel like she wouldn't look stupid if they could have had the like. I think she was too scared right after the initial conversation to go deeper. I would have been like, whoa, no. We're breaking this down and we're gonna have like
Grave
the
detail.
Meghan Markle Oprah interview right now.
Deadass.
Like I want to know like step by step what happened. Did you have any feelings? If you did, I know it doesn't mean that you didn't have feelings for me, but I need to know that you had feelings for them just so I can assess our relationship.
Right,
And
yeah.
now the fact that it just keeps getting brought up in these waves where like it'll go away and then come back and go away and come back, and the whole time Will's walking around like it's just
Dude.
like, oh my god.
I can't. We'll get to that because I have so many thoughts about that. But like, I feel for her because I feel like I've been in this situation before too. Like, she's just saying that she falls for guys that like have commitment issues or like emotionally unavailable. And like, from all of the things that I'm seeing, Will is not emotionally committed to her in a way that like is going to go where Kira wants
Long-term.
it to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's the biggest problem.
yeah,
And that's
but
where we
I
all
think
feel
that
sorry
they're
for
all
her and are like,
skirting
no.
around the conversation of that, and they just like the conversation they had. It was literally Will was like, "Look at the birds! Like I love the birds." I feel like that's what
That-
most of their
same.
conversations consist of, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Well, it
I'm
will
trying to
blow up.
I
talk
thought
to
that was
you.
very weird.
It will
too.
blow up in the future too if you I just like from personal experience, when someone says they aren't sure that they're ready to be in a relationship, sometimes it's not you. Like, yeah, they love you and they care a lot about you, but sometimes they just like need to go run around and do their thing.
Well, and they usually get in a
and-
relationship like 2 weeks later with someone else. It's
Yeah.
just like it's
or not even that, they just aren't like people who can commit. And like that's fine, but don't commit to someone and then ruin them.
yeah.
But
No,
Will
that's-
hasn't committed to her, I feel like.
No, but
No,
it's,
She's just
but
thinking
she
he is.
she's fully committed, so that's why I think
Yeah.
we're
I know.
so
and he's getting to a place where it seems like he's gonna cave soon and be like,
Yes, but it's gonna be, like,
I want to
pressured.
commit to you.
Oh,
And
I think
that's when
otherwise.
he caves, when he caves and does a relationship that's forced because he feels like he has to,
Mhm.
then it's gonna blow up.
That's so messy and it's going to absolutely explode if that's what happens. But I think it's crumbling the opposite direction. I think it's going to get to a point where Will sees I am hurting this person because I am not on the same page as her. And I know I'm not going to be on the same page as her, that I need to like let this go. Even if it means us leaving the show early, even if it means us not ending up in the finals. Like, I think maybe it will end up cutting. Or Kira will grow some balls and be like, fuck that, I deserve better.
She is so cute.
That like
I love her.
I want someone to love me with all of it, and I'm loving them all the way. That I want that, and that's not going to be you, even though I'm like obsessed with you and whatever.
It's just unfortunate that it seems to be like a reoccurring pattern for her, because she
know.
did mention that she, like I said a few minutes ago, that she falls for guys like this. So I like the whole point of Love Island is going on and kind of getting out of your comfort zone. Like the whole reason they ask your type is because most likely your type's not going to be in there from the start. So you have to explore new options and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like she's just tying herself up in a knot. What?
Elizabeth,
She's
I-
like,
what girlie? What you got to say before she forgets?
I know. I think it might be a bad omen then that she went through and tried to plan everything out ahead of time. This is probably why bit her in the ass,
What?
because then she wasn't open because she had already decided who she wanted to.
we cannot
Go
confirm
for
or
it.
deny that though. Just rumor.
Give me the rumor, girl. Tell
Well,
me
What do
more.
you mean?
Didn't you hear
What
it yesterday?
rumor?
Oh, you weren't here yesterday.
No. So half the things people tell me, I forget.
The rumor is she knew everybody going in and got a hold of the cast and was like researching all of them. And so if that's the case, and she had pre-decided on Will and came up with all these like fantasy scenarios in her head of like this is how it's gonna go, then like that could
Ugh.
have been part of the reason why this is also not working, because it didn't
Poor
just naturally
girl.
happen. Maybe she naturally would have been into Giovanni or Corey or someone else
Yeah.
if she hadn't had like pre-looked everything all up.
Yeah. I don't know. And
If-
we
if
can't
that's the
confirm that
case.
she did
If
that.
that's
so I
the
just
case.
wanna
Who
make
was she
that
coupled up
clear.
with?
Corey.
Oh, what?
I know.
Also-
Corey's literally been like with every girl.
Also, not Alex and I saying things unconfirmed and us weekly publishing it.
Ooh. Hi, Us Weekly. How are you?
Like that was not the plan. That
I
was,
was like,
exactly what we
oh.
weren't supposed to do.
Oops. It's like Alex and
But
Elizabeth
it honestly
confirm.
wasn't. It wasn't us. It was someone who said something on
Yeah.
our podcast, so it's not on us.
Who? Which one?
Christian.
Give it to me. Oh, Christian had a lot to say. I love him though. He was
No, he was awesome.
It's great.
but he did have some. Oh my God! Did I just pass out? He had something to say about a lot of people that now I feel like remember I forget what he said about Josh, but Josh just being like a college athlete,
Yeah,
and then now we've just seen like from your guys'
So much
interview
growth.
with them,
Yeah.
like
growth.
a lot of growth.
Yeah. even-
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Did you smile? So sweet. I'm
All
crying.
right. What's the next thing?
So then there's Olivia and Trina and all of them, like Bailey, they're all in the girls' dressing room and they're talking about it. And Bailey's like asking the girls, do you think he's not genuine? Like, do you think he's not serious about this? He's not even there. It's like a black, like, hair.
Jesus, Elizabeth.
And Alana says that ultimatums almost like are worse
Yeah.
because they're talking about whether he's going to either cave and just kind of do it because he has to, or is given the choice of, I want to be in a full commitment with you or I'm walking. Sometimes that can have the opposite and negative effect. So that's what Alana was trying to voice. And then Trina was just like, I literally don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, same.
The ultimatum thing is tough, and because it's like on one hand she needs to know what's going on and where he stands, and then on the other hand it's like that might backfire if he just caves and jumps in a relationship with her that we all feel like it's disingenuine.
Exactly. I have something to say, but right before I say it, let's take a break for one of our sponsors, HelloFresh. If you're looking for an incredible meal kit service, look no further than HelloFresh. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips with less prep, less effort, and minimal cleanup, so you can have a meal ready in just about 30 minutes. Choose from 50 menu and market items each week, from vegetarian meals to craft burgers, and extra special gourmet options are all available. These are the cards that you get. I'm crying. Joey, did you show your card?
I thought you guys forgot yours.
Keep going.
Joey, show your card that you made. Joey did make the cherry balsamic pork chops, and we have had those before actually, and they were amazing. So I love it because all of the ingredients are super fresh. They come right to your door. It's super easy, and I love cooking, even if it is just for me. And HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order on the app within minutes. So just go to hellofresh.com/aftertheisland14 and use code aftertheisland14 for up to 14
My
free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/AfterTheIsland14 and use code AfterTheIsland14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. Woo.
And if you're looking for therapy, why not try BetterHelp? BetterHelp is professionally counseling done securely online. With BetterHelp, you can start communicating with your own licensed therapist in under 48 hours through phone or video, whatever works for you. Just visit BetterHelp.com/AfterTheIsland. That's better, HELP, to join the over 1 million people who have used BetterHelp. And you can get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/AfterTheIsland. That's 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/AfterTheIsland. I also did a therapy session with them previously this week, and it was great. So you guys should definitely check it out. And I'm proud of myself.
Very proud.
We love
Very proud.
self-help.
We love a self-aware queen.
We all need some therapy.
We all do.
Always.
Okay, so next, this is what I was talking about, the Will and Kira conversation. Like, the first thing I have written down is I love birds. And I was like, oh my God, Will, stop avoiding the subject. Come on, let's.
That was like a red flag.
It was just like, it gave me
I don't want to talk about it.
an idea. It could be a wrong idea, but the idea I get is that's how they start all of their conversations. And it sounds like they just talk about like all the things they love, which is fine, but it doesn't sound like they have any serious combos that need to be had. Like, she kind of looked at him though and was like, bro, come on, really? Like, we have to have this talk now. So she starts talking to him and she's like, I have been in here since day one saying that I'm looking for a real love. Like, I want something real inside the villa as well as outside the villa. She's like, I'm not just here for basically a showmance, is what she was saying. And then Will said something that just like triggered me. It could just be because
No,
like,
it triggered me.
yeah, like he just said, you know, I'm on this journey of finding myself. And the amount of guys, well, okay, one guy said it to me, but like, I have heard this line from so many guys that just don't want to date my friends or me. Like, they'll be like, you know, I'm just really learning about myself and I need to go and figure everything out. Like, just say you don't want to date me. Just say it.
What?
It's like, this is Love
Not
Island.
me hearing this recently, but
If this is Love Island, if you want to find yourself, use code After the Island 14 for BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Don't go on a TV show to win X amount of money and find love. That's not where you find yourself.
Yeah, literally. Like, a Love Island is obviously a growing experience for yourself, but it's also supposed to be a growing experience for the couple that you're in.
yeah, like you're there to go find a relationship. Like they ask you in your interviews, are you open to love? Are you open to relationships? Like, you should know yourself well enough if you're going to go on a national television show, especially just because you don't want to make yourself look like a fool. You need to know yourself to be able to handle the pressures of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not comfortable with yourself and know yourself, that is not for you.
If there isn't a level of self-awareness, you're going to come out of it looking
Like a dumbass.
like a dumb ass.
Yeah.
Which maybe Will just doesn't have.
I
And
don't
that's why
know, like-
why he's so out of touch with the why is Kira feel like, how could Kira feel this way?
Yeah,
What are
how
you
can they be
talking
so
about?
completely, like, they're not even on different pages.
Like-
They're in completely different books.
Of course
on
she
different
feels this
shelves.
way. And poor Kira's sitting there, and like, I have been in those places where that whole conversation, the only thing she got out of that conversation was, I forget, I might say on here, when he kind of agreed to having the same goal.
Yeah, what
So like
was
that
the goal?
that's all
What's the goal?
That's all she heard. She didn't hear the I'm trying to find myself. All she heard was, oh wait, we have the same goal, because that's all she needed to be like, oh okay, phew, I'm not
yeah,
crazy.
like a little string
Poor
of hope.
girl, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's
I
like
know.
that little thread he gave her, the little bird feed.
We've all been there.
I know. And you latch on to that like little thing. And
like,
then
oh,
everything
he
else
said
just goes
that, he
in one
said
ear, out
that.
the other.
Mhm.
It's just and I thought she brought up a good point, because she was like, listen, I understand, like, we don't need the labels. I was the exact same way with Dylan. Like, I did not want to be boyfriend and girlfriend that soon into what we like got into.
But he was hot. He was hot
He was
as
hot,
Jesus.
but like, I also didn't want to get into a relationship with someone that I didn't fully know yet.
That's true.
And so I said to him, like, I don't want these labels. Like, I know they're being pushed on us. We're being pressured to like get into a relationship, but I need to take it like day by day and learn way more about you, learn how you are like with your family, all that kind of stuff before I ever commit to that. And I think what she was saying was, I'm okay with not having a label, but what is the label? Like, what are the rules behind the label? Are you going to go out with your friends and hook up with girls and
Yeah.
then come back
Exactly.
and be like, sorry, we're not dating? Or
Channy-
are you finding yourself still?
Channy said, stop saying poor girl. Misspelling of poor, but like,
Oh, Channy
She
has been in
literally-
timeout so many times.
oh, well, no, I agree. She said she's giving 100% of her heart regardless. That's true. I mean, if she's admitting it, you know, she did say she's going to give it her all.
So freaking patronizing.
Especially none of y'all had lasting connections anyway. You don't know anything, ma'am.
Well,
I'm
okay,
so
okay,
over
I
people
was
saying
just-
that.
I thought
Channy
things
gets
were
really mean.
Hi, Tifa.
She's going in timeout because she doesn't know jack shit. Anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, I have the goal thing. I wonder what she's basically saying she wants a relationship, and he kind of just what Joey said gave her that little piece.
It was like, no. Here's a 2% like half yes. And she's like, okay, I got it.
yeah. Ooh, someone deleted the message.
No,
We deleted it. Oh.
I was like kind of gassing up their comment, and then they went.
Joey,
No, I was
Joey's
like,
on her
no.
side.
Well, my whole thing is like, I think we need to try to understand the psychology behind, like, why are they thinking these things? Because people forget that,
because
like,
he doesn't like her.
well, people
There's
forget.
there's no sexual chemistry with them. I see chemistry with them,
Yeah,
but
but
I don't even see sexual chemistry with them. Do you?
I mean, like, I feel like it's hard not to have sexual chemistry with him.
Yeah.
But also, I was like, I mean, like, I'm trying to understand why they're making the decisions that they are and why they're thinking the way that they are. Because when you're so deep, like, you have no connection to the outside world. It's hard to see it from, I'm sure, a
Oh,
third
100%.
person
Yeah.
point of view. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to understand why Kira feels that way. We're not trying to be, you know,
No.
patronizing to her. It's just like we know a lot more than she knows, and with our information, we're trying to understand how she could not see that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
We love Kira. Like, we love her.
Yeah.
We just want her to
want her to
get
be
what
happy.
she wants.
There's honestly no one on there right now that I don't really like. The only thing is, like, I just don't think any of them are that compatible. Or,
Yeah,
like, in that
yeah.
good of a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah,
right now.
and like
I don't think
you guys,
anybody's that
we have to
compatible.
remember we don't know these people. We're going off of what we see on TV, and all of them are
reviewing it.
great. Obviously, just reviewing it. It just is
We're just
funny when
chatting
we
about
have
a
to
show.
talk to them
and
about it.
I know. We're just chatting about a show. And we're just reviewing it, and then like, obviously, we're gonna be nice to these people when we talk to them, when we interview them. Like,
It's
We're
their
excited to
like
meet
this.
them.
That's why we created this, to give them the platform to talk about what we didn't get to see. That's why we're not hard hitting
These people
journalists.
are on a
sir.
reality show. All
Yeah.
they want is to be talked about.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Like, I mean, I'm not like, I love attention.
Like,
I would.
if you
say the
can't
same thing
handle
about
like
me.
Alex and I's watered down opinion of what's going on, then
Yeah.
like, why are you on a national television show?
Yeah, no, I just want everyone to understand that we're not hard-hitting journalists trying to get to the bottom of deep questions. We just want them to be able to say what they want to say. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Anyway, moving on.
Tired,
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Are we boring you, girl?
No, I just need
No, I feel
coffee
you.
or something. Maybe
Oh,
water.
Elizabeth's eyeing my coffee right now, I bet you.
She's like, if I only had that coffee over there, Alex.
No, we last year my hand would
Oh
just
my
slowly
God.
creep over, and she would be like,
Steal my drink. Like, people would literally call Elizabeth out. They'd be like, oh no, not the hand. It's coming.
Wait, someone said, do you guys think Kira will be more heartbroken after watching the show or easier to leave him? That's a good question.
I think she's gonna be sad no matter what. Honestly, I think even if they come out dating and then they break up, like, I feel like the sadness she's gonna feel, no matter which way it comes or when it comes, is gonna be really tough.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think the avenue of where it ends up coming from is gonna change that.
I hope she feels empowered enough to walk away. Like, I hope she doesn't feel like she has to stick to her guns after. I'm not saying that she should leave him or that she has to, like, leave, but, like, I hope she can trust herself with whichever decision she
Yeah,
makes,
exactly.
rather than,
That's
like,
what-
brew on it 24/7.
Yeah, I want her to just stand her ground in whatever she chooses and to be able to like back herself with it. Like, even if people have the worst opinions about it, who cares as long as you're happy? But we also want her, like, us as people who are like, oh my God, we want to be your friend. Like, we want to hold you and be like, you need to find like a man that gives you 100%, you know? So that it's all love. So then Olivia and Trina are talking by the fire pit, and they are talking about Olivia and Corey, and Trina's like, I could really see you guys lasting like for a long time in the outside world. And we just kind of keep seeing, like, they're definitely setting Corey and Olivia up to be the winners.
100%.
We're seeing a lot more of them.
There's no doubt at this point that they won't win in my mind.
Or like top 2 is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So they're definitely setting that up. But then Trina hears her mom, her dad, and I think it was sister and brother, but they didn't really specify. I'm not sure. They might have.
She had a crew.
She had a crew, yeah. And she was like, "Oh my God, that's my mom." I
It
really
was
thought
so
that they were
cute.
bringing
That
them
girl
to the villa.
ran in those heels.
I know,
I was
she
like,
was-
get it, girl. That's
Her
a
mom
risk.
looks like her
No
sister
ankles
too.
were twisted in
her
the
mom
making.
looks amazing. Like, did you
Oh,
see? I literally
stunning.
couldn't tell
So
which.
pretty.
I
was
am
the
all
sister.
aboard the fucking Trina train. I'm
Trina
all
train.
aboard the
Same.
Trina train. I did not always love her. I think she is so cute, so classy, except for that one time she tried to kiss Cinco while he was with Cash. But
Yeah. Besides
so
that,
classy, so cute, so put together, so kind and soft spoken. I love her, and I love her family.
Yeah.
yeah, they were
We-
so
I
cute.
wish she had a man that they weren't friend zoned with. 'cause
I
then
know, but it
think
was
she'd
kind
take
of
it home.
nice. I
It
think
was
it was
really
kind of nice.
It was really
Her
nice.
dad was crying, which I was like, oh God. I like cry at dad's crying. I just can't.
I have that weakness too. Also, like grandpas. I
Yeah.
lose it.
Oh,
I lose it.
or moms for me too. Like when they cry, it's automatic.
I choke up when I talk about my
Automatic.
parents.
Same,
Mm-hmm.
same, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like it was so cute. I said I had the chills. I was dying when her brother was like, "How's your experience going so far?" She's like, "Well, what have you seen?" Because there was a lot.
Do they pre-screen? Do they pre-screen questions for your families? Like,
Yeah.
are they like, okay, like, will you guys ask this,
Yes.
this, and
Yeah,
this? Or do the families
because-
come up with it and then they say yes or no? I'm sure.
It's a
I mean,
mix,
yeah.
but they definitely censor what they are allowed to say to you.
You're not allowed to
And-
talk about like the outside world,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Instagram, all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
they did ask my mom and my friend Tessa to bring up Dylan saying that Emily was like the hottest girl in the villa. And my mom was like,
Oh.
I'm not gonna say that. And I was like, Mom, why didn't you fucking tell me?
Also, this
I was so mad.
another one that was influenced on our season is, and like all the love to them now, like we love both of them and all of them, but at the moment, based on what was happening, Ray's mom was not sure of Carol.
Oh my.
And even though after the show they became really close and whatnot, Ray's mom wanted to go off on Carol. Like she was like talking to all the other parents, like, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do that, and everyone was like, oh no, you cannot go in there and do that. They were like, oh no, you cannot do that. And all the parents were even like, no, 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 no.
Ray's mom is legitimately my favorite person in the entire world. She came up to me and held my hand for like 5 minutes and was just
Cute.
gassing me up. And I was like, I love this woman.
Cute.
We follow each other on Instagram. We DM
Aw.
sometimes. I love her so much. But yeah, I'm so happy that her and Carol like got to like she taught Carol how to cook,
Yeah.
all this stuff. It was very cute. But anyway, back to Trina. The way they explained that they were just friends and they were like supportive of it,
Yeah.
which I loved because I really do. I like Trina and Andre together. Like I
I
think
know,
that
I
they're
do too.
extremely mature people.
Yeah.
And Joey's face.
That was when I texted you. I can't tell. Like, I just like, are they trying to like be in a relationship? Like, I feel like she's trying to like him, and he is acting his heart out. Like he is like not act like he just does not seem like he's into her like that, and she seems like she's really trying to like kind of force that connection, which I feel bad about. But
In my opinion, I know it's like already the end of the season and like obviously they're not bringing anyone else in at this point, but I feel like I would give anything if like the casting did a scout of everybody and was like, who is the best person we can send in for Trina right now and who is the best person we can send in for Andre right now?
ugh,
Because could you
yeah.
imagine like if
like
someone
live
came in,
scouting.
yes,
well, I wish
like if
Olivia
someone
would have given Andre more of a chance. I really
Mhm.
wish
Yeah.
he wouldn't have made such a definitive choice so quickly, because I just like, she seems very, very, very mature, and I know he's looking for someone mature, especially because he has a kid and everything. And like,
Mhm.
they just seem to have such a connection. Like, I wish they would have given, like, they would have had a little more time before.
I
she had to
know.
make such
That's
a
the thing.
clear
It does
I know.
kind of come
choice.
across that like it was towards the end,
Mhm.
and what's the point of switching now when I'm sure they have a clue that they're queued up to at least be in the top 2.
Yeah.
And maybe she's thinking like, why risk it now?
Yeah.
Because it could go south, and like, who knows? Maybe we wouldn't have a connection, and then I'm just screwed because I screwed Corey over. But I don't know. Who knows? Like, everyone that talks about Corey and Olivia that we've talked to says that they're great together and that they actually really do like each other.
She's amazing. Oh, go ahead. Then I have something to say about Olivia.
No, you go first.
I truly think, just because I like love her, I think she's so pretty, she's so cool. And she's 29. Yeah, she's 29. Okay, like Love Island is great. I love Love Island, but I was like, she could have been the Bachelorette. Like she could have held her own as the Bachelorette, not just like on The Bachelor. Like she could have been the Bachelorette for a season, and I feel like America would have stand her. Like absolutely loved her. She is so great on TV.
She gives me Hannah Brown energy.
Yes.
Hannah Brown and JoJo energy, like combined.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so just like well spoken, and
I love that she's so unique.
Yeah.
Like she's so different. She has the beat of her own drum, different story than what we see. Like she's just very unique. Like she brings a lot to the table. I totally agree with that, her being the Bachelor statement. Like that could totally be a thing.
she would have been so
she would have
good.
crushed it.
Yeah. So sorry, I don't even know how we got on that, but
Yeah, wait.
when
We hopped to Corey.
when Trina and is talking to her parents, she's saying like he's Prince Charming. I was like, oh God, we can't use that word again. Every time we say Prince Charming, something goes wrong.
See, that's her trying to push the relationship.
Yeah.
I think she's like, oh, he's really great, and she wants something to be there so bad, but like, I just don't think there is, and I think he knows that.
Do you think if Trina and Andre decide like in Pillow Talk, like let's just do it, let's just
Like,
put on
ride
a
it out.
show, let's just show like the most passionate fake love
No,
that they could win?
because he doesn't act passionate. He's
But
like,
what if he
oh
did?
yeah,
What if
no,
they were
like your
like-
daughter is so great, she's so sweet, she's seriously so nice.
But
Like,
if
I'm
they've
like, give
decided
me
to put on a
something.
show, do you think they would end up winning? Because Trina has so many stans.
I don't know. I think
I
Corey.
think they could still
Corey
maybe
and
win.
Olivia. Yeah, maybe, but I really think Corey and Olivia.
I
have
do
some,
too.
like-
But I just wondered if Trina and
Do you
Andre
guys think
all of a
Kira and
sudden
Will
were
have
like,
a chance or no?
no,
To win?
no. I used
I
to,
don't know.
and now
like,
I'm
there's
saying
there's
no.
a lot of fans out there. I see fan accounts a
Yeah,
lot.
I do too. But,
But
no.
so who knows? You
Yeah.
never know. But anyway, the reason why I kind of am fine with Trina and Andre being friends is because she's saying he's teaching her all of the things that like she wants in a man. And even if it's not Andre, she's learning like to have her standards higher, to find a guy that
yeah.
does the things that he does for her, which I thought was kind of nice.
yeah, it is.
And then Andre's mom and daughter, I was crying when she was like, "What the freak? What the freak, Corey?" It was so
Cute.
funny. And Trina saw Andre's daughter and was like, "Your daughter is a doll." Like she
So
literally looks like a
cute.
doll. So cute. I thought it was so cute that they got to like meet his daughter, because I didn't know if like they would bring
show
her on or not.
Yeah,
But also, that's a lot of pressure for Trina right out the gate. Like,
it is.
also, like, would you? I mean, I'm sure Andre didn't really have a chance, but like, do you want someone to meet? Like, if he was coupled up with her the whole time, and it was like Josh and Shannon, and Josh had a daughter, like that, I totally get. But I feel like Andre's probably like, okay, well, like let's wait and see before, and
I'm
the
sure-
introduction there.
I'm sure they probably had a conversation about it. And since he went in so late, I feel like it would be hard to have
Yeah.
that instant, unless they did have like an instant love at first sight connection. But I think he also like wanted to maybe show everyone like how he is with his daughter,
Yeah.
which I thought was really sweet.
Totally.
And she was saying how she's going into kindergarten. She learned how to do a cannonball into the pool.
And he was like, "I'm gonna do a cannonball too
Yeah,
for
it was
you."
it was so wholesome.
It was.
It was what we needed. And I just said like him saying te amo, like it's just so cute. I loved the interaction.
I know. I loved the kisses. It's crazy. I feel more love, obviously, between that than any of the couples there. Like we should feel that.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, we can see the love come across on the screen. It feels good. That I wish that there were some people there that were like so madly in love with each other.
I know. I wish that he had a
'Cause I
love
love the
at
love.
first sight, but maybe you never know. They're friends. So anyway, Andre and Trina are discussing like meeting the parents, and can we talk about it? Is a little weird, the Zoom thing. I did not know that they we kind of assumed that they weren't going to bring the parents in because of the COVID restrictions and like how bad it is in Hawaii right now. That it would just be kind of irresponsible to bring any more people into the country,
Right.
as it's happening.
State, babe.
Not country. Oh my God, I hate myself. I was thinking Fiji. State.
Well, also,
I'm
there
also
was-
geographically challenged, so.
and there, I mean, we saw an article where there was an outbreak of COVID just within the Love Island production and set. So
Yeah, so they're definitely being careful, but the Zoom is so awkward, especially like we can attest to it when we talk to people. We're trying not to talk, or we're giving very like short answers. Like that's nice, because if we overlap talking, then we miss everything that they're saying.
it glitches and just goes blank.
Yeah,
it's
so
very hard.
It's awkward meeting parents over Zoom for the first time.
That's very awkward. Plus, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's
not the
not.
same.
It's unfortunate
Like, you
that
want
no one
the
else has gotten
hugs.
the in-person
I
meeting,
know.
because you get to meet them and like really read the energy
Mhm.
of everyone's parents, and you kind of get to like hang out with them and get to know them, and all the parents get to hang out. So
Yeah.
like my mom and Dylan's mom and dad, they were literally best friends. They went to taxis to liquor stores together. They went to hikes, and like
Cute.
it was just, yeah, they loved each other. They already knew each other when they were coming into the villa. So they were like, this is Dylan's parents, and like I was like, this is my best friend, and they were like, I know. We've spent the past 3 days together.
It was so funny hearing that too. Like that Zach's mom and sister even sat next to my mom and sister on the airplane on the whole ride, 16-hour flight there, and they were all so excited to meet each other that none of them slept the entire time.
Yeah, my mom, like,
Cute.
she was like, I knew I was going to be friends with Sue, who's Elizabeth's mom, because we were at the lunch table. We weren't sitting next to each other. We were sitting head and head across. And she looks at Sue, and she's holding up a glass of wine. She goes, are you drinking? And Sue looks at my mom and goes, I've already had 2 martinis. She's like, that's going to be my best friend. That's going to be my best friend. So
Cute.
it's, I don't know. It's,
And Carol's friend
different
Sergey
vibe.
went on a hike. They all went to the waterfall hike the whole group did together. And Sergey had my sister taking all kinds of photos of him and stuff for his Instagram. And like, oh, it was just so funny hearing all their stories.
hilarious.
But like, they don't get that. And I also feel like you can read, even if they're not saying to you what they're actually thinking when you see a parent in person, you just know what they feel about it. And I feel like the screen kind of masks that.
Yeah. It's just it's two different, very different situations.
Yeah.
So I wish that they got that, but at least they got to meet the families. It's also weird that they didn't do the dates before it, because that's usually a thing. I wonder if they're going to be
They
doing
do?
huge dates.
No, they do the dates after.
No, because our parents didn't get to see them. I remember I went in because I had a
Oh.
boyfriend. I was like to my mom, I have a boyfriend.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought they were after.
So I'm curious about the epic dates, but
Well, maybe they postponed it because of the COVID stuff. They're
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
figure it out
assuming.
still.
So then, sorry, moving on to Alana and her dad, and I think it's her stepmom or dad's girlfriend, not sure, but it was so cute. She was the stepmom, girlfriend, whatever. I can't remember her name. That's why I'm not saying that, but she was just saying, oh my gosh, we love seeing you. You just come as a light across the screen. You're so confident. I don't know where you got it, but it wasn't from me. Like, and it was exactly what we were all saying. She
Yeah.
just looks great.
She just glows. She
Um,
just shines. And yeah, she seems so happy. Because even though, and I think for viewers, like, just so you guys can understand, even the people that haven't been in the villa that long, being that emotional, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, why are they just as emotional as the other people? They've been in lockdown this whole time too. Like,
Yeah.
they've been away from their families like just as long. Even if they haven't been in the
Yep.
villa, they've still been in Hawaii in lockdown, missing their family, no contact as well. So that's also why it's emotional for the newer people.
yeah. And when you think, I mean, so many people are so close to their families, not talking to them for what?
It's hard.
It was like, I think they were in lockdown way longer than us. I think
Yeah.
they went in for a month.
Yeah.
So just think, like, not having your phone but being in lockdown, all you think about is your family, and you're like, oh, I want to talk to them, I want to tell them I'm okay. So it is such a nice connection to watch them all like freak out. They're like, Mom, Dad. So
Mom.
Charlie comes over because Alana's like, hello, like, come here, meet my family. And
Where's
he's-
Alana from? Sounds a little Jersey.
I don't know, actually.
Just curious.
Does anyone know where
Is she
Elena's
LA?
from? I think
LA?
she
She had a
lives
tang
in
of
LA,
she had a
but
Live in
tang
LA?
of Jersey in the voice.
She
and
does have
I
a tang.
Love that. I was like, we'd get along.
If someone knows, write it in the chat. But Elena's dad was saying like, yeah, you're a handsome man. I was like, what is going on? It was just so funny. Like, I think they were also dying laughing because they were like, oh my God, we barely know each other. And we just had to meet each other's parents. Like, think about how weird it is for Jeremy and Bailey and
Oh, it's so weird.
and Alana and Charlie, especially after the whole drama with Charlie.
Like, hey,
I'd
I
be
went on
like,
a first
"Dad?"
date with this person, meet my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? I just met them too, so I'm like still deciding.
Yeah. Oh, she's
From New York. I was right,
York,
baby.
okay.
kind of.
Buffalo.
I
Oh,
said
she's-
Jersey.
Is she from Buffalo too? Like Cash? Interesting.
I don't know.
So then Charlie's mom and aunt come on, or aunt come
Yeah.
on, and oh my God, they were so funny. They were so cute. His mom was
Cute,
literally
cute, cute,
obsessed
cute,
with
cute.
Alana. Like, she was like, you're so pretty. I just can't. She's like,
I'm just like I just like, it's one of those things where at the time I was like, Cash, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to be with Charlie. Like, he's so good to you. And now I'm like, no, everything happens for a reason. I feel
Mhm.
like Alana and Charlie, the more they open up to each other, will actually be a good couple. She seems very strong-headed and very like opinionated in a great way. And like, I think he'll be a nice complement to that without overstepping or over pushing. And and obviously now Cash and Cinco, so it's just like one of those things where it's like, okay, everything really
Yeah.
does happen for a reason, but
we're like, we're over it, I think.
yeah, I think we're over it.
I think we're over it. And then she was saying that she was glad that he chose Alana, and
Mhm.
because she matches his personality and she's like chill vibes, all that kind of stuff. And then I was crying when she was like, I'm already thinking grandbabies. Like,
Oh,
I'm already thinking about grandchildren.
They were so funny. They
They
were
were
like
hilarious.
ready. Them two, their energy together too was just like so fun to watch.
Yes, we needed it. We needed it. And then she was like, I'm a ride or die. And I was like, that literally reminded me exactly of Ray's mom when she was like, I'm a Scorpio mom. I'm a Scorpio mom. I am a ride or die for my son.
Ray's mom, I just could not.
She's
Oh my God, I wish
amazing.
everyone had a chance to re-meet Ray's mom,
I
like because all
know.
the new Love Island fans might not have seen Ray's mom.
Oh, yeah.
That's something to go back and watch. She
She's
is
amazing.
amazing. So funny.
Who's next?
So then Charlie and Alana like discuss it a bit. And Charlie is saying how his mom is happy that he followed his heart. And there's probably a lot more to the conversation that we didn't get to see because
Yeah.
there's no way it was just like 5 seconds.
Mhm.
And then they were talking about the babies, like not her bringing up babies. We only known each other for a week. And Matthew literally comes in and is like, moving on. Like, it was so funny. It was so funny. And then they flash to Kira and Olivia talking about how she's nervous about her family meeting Will
Yeah.
because she did make the point that they're super private. They're a very private family.
Mhm.
So I think that's where the comment we were teetering on the edge of coming on or not.
Yeah.
But we decided to come on to support you. I
Yeah.
think that's where that was coming from. I don't think it was because of a Will
No,
situation.
I didn't think that at all either.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's
Who?
Kira's family
Oh yeah.
because they said they're really private. So I'm assuming that's what that comment meant because I'm sure people took it
Yeah.
as we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
come on because we don't like Will.
Totally.
So she's just saying basically if my family doesn't like him, like I am a family girl. Like
Yeah.
if they don't like him, I will dump him.
Yeah.
Which
And she seemed so close to their dad and like
yes.
kept talking about her dad and her dad's opinion meaning so much to her
yeah.
that she was like, if he doesn't like him, then what am I gonna do? Because I'm gonna have to get rid of him.
Right. I say we just skip to theirs because like we're talking about them.
You think so?
What?
Also, I noticed one comment from I can't read the username, but he was saying, why are people not giving Josh kind of as much flack as Will when Josh was the one who kissed Amy in front of her and in front of Shannon, and I just felt like I feel like that was way earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it wasn't as established, and yeah, that was bad, and I feel like everyone did kind of give him a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But
Shannon
he also
gave it to him.
yeah, and Shannon gave it to him too, and then he owned up to it, and they moved on from the situation. Whereas like
Mhm.
Kira,
Kira did not
still
give it to
doesn't
him.
fully know what Will did, and it's still like there's a lot of gray area there, and that's why I feel like people are giving Will so much shit, is because he's acting like nothing happened, whereas Josh took the brunt of it all, and then like they were able to work up from it. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that kind of sheds light on two very different relationships.
Yeah.
Shannon's very outspoken. She says what she means, and she means what she says. And she's
Kira
over it.
tiptoes a
Like,
little.
it's very like you say it how it is, and then you get over it very quickly because you put it all out on the table. And that's not what we got for the past weeks from Will and Kira.
And I just think that's what you need for a healthier relationship, is to be able to speak your mind of how you're feeling. Because if you don't have that communication, like in that communication foundation, it's gonna fall apart at some point.
Don't fuck with the Philly girls.
Don't fuck with us.
That's what someone said. Like,
So basically, Kira's family. Does Will's family come on first? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will's
Yes.
family is beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
What a shocker.
Oh my
Sister,
God.
I was like,
Shocker.
whoa.
Absolute dolls. Oh,
No.
So beautiful.
God has favorites, and it's pretty unfair. But anyway,
but they seem like good, genuine.
They
did.
kind
seem like
they
people,
did.
very
which was
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
His dad was saying like she's got to come to Medellin. And he was saying he wants to bring her to Colombia, which is a big step.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was surprised to hear that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's a good sign. Maybe that's one of her things she's holding on to.
Yeah, that's true.
But-
Like, because we didn't know that.
Yeah.
We didn't see a conversation that discussed that. But basically, they were saying Medellin, like all these different places. Like, the only places I know are like Bogota and Medellin. But they were naming a bunch of different places. I'm sure he has family all over. And they were saying, like, we love Kira. She's such a pure soul. And I mean, like, what do you really say to your son at that point?
I'm writing this like fine line, not a fine line. I'm writing this line where like I feel two different ways about Will for
Yeah.
different reasons.
Mhm.
On
Yes.
one hand, I think Will is, because he's so spiritual and traveled, I'm like, he must have this like kind soul. And I think maybe he just got trapped into something too early on and kind of got in this weird spot with Kira where he knows she's like too deep into it and he still likes her and cares for her, but maybe he can't get there. And like, and I see like the nice side of all of it, of how this could have gotten really misconstrued and just kind of blown out of proportion and whatnot. And like, maybe he really does have a good heart. But then on the other side, I hold on to the conversations, the one with Shannon, where Shannon said even a lot of it couldn't be shown, where he gets very defensive, and I don't like any guy talking to a woman like that. And then also now the preview of him and Trina, it makes me feel like, oh no, like and then I'm holding on to those two things, so it's like I feel confused and conflicted.
Right. I can see both
Yeah.
sides. Like, it's a reality show. That's the thing
I
you
know.
always have to have in mind. Like, you can't have one strong. I mean, you can, but
Well,
there-
let's look at it this way. If it was not in the villa and they had been dating for like a week, kind of, and then you didn't know, but like a lot of times you're still talking to someone else,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would then people not be giving him as much flack? Did they I don't remember. Did they establish that they wouldn't be messing around with anyone else while they were gone? I don't think they did.
no, they didn't. But I think like the whole reason, I think, because a lot of people are talking about like why are Josh and Shannon, I was about to say Jannon, why are Josh and Shannon not getting, or Josh isn't getting the flack that Will is, like you said. The way that I see it is because
He wasn't forward. Will should have just come forward and said everything that happened. It's not that he did it. It's that he's not being transparent that he did it. Kind of thing.
right, and it's also like Shannon and Kira are very different girls.
Yes.
Like they handle situations differently. And if it were me, I would have approached the situation right. Like if this was in the real world and I was hooking up with a guy a week, but I found out that he was like hooking up with another girl, I might just like back off and be like, not for me,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say anything.
Literally, no, my ex, literally the whole like first 2 months we were like starting to see each other was like plaguing the fields, like playing it. And I'm just not that kind of person. So like I didn't do that. Not to say that it's the wrong thing to do, but and it's just like, I mean, then when we actually established a relationship, it's like, obviously it kind of bothered me, but it wasn't
Yeah.
something I was going to like be like, you were in the wrong for doing that, because we didn't establish that. And like,
Right.
it wasn't laid out. When he did it when we were together, that's
a
when there
different
was
story.
the issue. But
That's the only thing too, like it's the way you handle the situation when it first comes about.
Yeah.
And
state your boundaries and what you expect from it.
You have to set your boundaries, or
Yeah.
you're gonna fall into that. And then if it did upset you, which I'm sure it upsets a lot of people,
Yeah.
some people are unbothered by it, but I would be upset about
I would
it,
be
and
upset.
I would be the one that like probably wouldn't say anything, but I should, and set the boundary of, listen, if this is not what you're gonna give me, we're not all in, I'm out.
I hit a situation like this in college where I didn't say anything, and I had always regretted that I didn't.
Mhm.
That going forward, like then when I was like dating people in New York, I always had to say something. I couldn't hold it in because I knew how much it ate at me back then in college, and I was like, I always have to say it now.
Yeah.
And then it really helped.
Yeah,
learning
because
that.
it kind of gives clarity.
Yeah. And I just needed to know.
Yeah.
Hindsight is always 20/20 on relationships. When you're in it, it's just like blind, and then you just
Yep.
learn so much after.
It's so
like,
true.
You learn what you're gonna take and what you're not gonna take.
Yeah, and that's why I want Kira to realize, like, because she's been saying she gets so lost in relationships. Like, I used to be like that too. Everything that my boyfriend liked, I was like, I am the biggest fan of, like, trash cans.
Literally.
What's your favorite brand?
Literally. But-
Like, pick me girl energy.
Like-
That was me.
But like the thing, I don't know if we've even gotten here yet, but I've been dying to say it.
Say it.
When Kira loved her family, so cute, and like obviously they're really sweet people and they're really kind and they're really watching out for Kira because she seems like she's a really good person. But I think I was saying this to you before the show, Alex. It's like I'm still upset that her dad gave her 50%. Like, you either need to say nothing at all.
Yep.
Or you need to go in and be like, this is how I feel. This is why I feel that way. Talk about it and then move on so that she can feel like she has your full blessing. Because although he did give her his blessing, I feel like she's after probably like felt like he didn't. Because he
Yeah.
made those snarky comments. And it's like, either don't say anything at all, or you
say
need
it
to
after.
fully, and say it after,
Right.
or fully unpack that and like keep going deeper on that and like explain why you feel that way and explain what happened so that she can work through it and then you guys can come out of it. Because now she's just like has her shit rocked and like
Yeah.
ran off and cried in a corner, and it's just like when she could have explained herself and explained and like allowed him to maybe explain himself, and it's just like it just made it so much worse when I just wish he would have maybe like gone a little farther on that, because I did not feel like his blessing was genuine. Because not to say that probably sounds bad, but like it just seemed like, you know, he's like he gave her
Wasn't what
her
he truly
blessing.
felt.
Yeah, it wasn't what he truly felt. And like
Yeah.
I wish he would have it. Maybe if he would have worked through it with her, then he would have been able to truly feel that way, stepping away from it. But now she has to go back to being like no communication with them,
Yep.
being like, what are my parents thinking? What are my parents thinking? What are my parents thinking? Which would eat away at me.
Same.
Same.
So
Oh
it's
my
like-
gosh.
It would make it worse.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like he made a joke out of it, which honestly, if that's their family dynamic and stuff, I totally get it. But what's hard to understand, and I think especially when you're over Zoom reading the room, like when you're in Love Island, you're an emotional mess because
Yeah.
you're just constantly acting on emotions. You don't have time to process it. You're
No.
just always acting on emotion, which sometimes leads to really bad things happening. But I think that he didn't take that into consideration,
Right.
and she was literally just sobbing. Like, it was so awful to see. I wanted to jump through my screen and give her a hug
Yeah.
because she was left, like you said, with so many uncertainties. Like, what's she supposed to do now? She's
Oh my god! And they gave us that sorry. Oh my god! Sorry.
dancing.
still
on-
dancing
Okay,
on
like
my
we gave that song to production 3 years ago, and now they're showing it with Kira just sobbing. I was like, this is the worst it could possibly
Okay, but
go.
now I'm gonna need like the Robin version, like at the end. Like I want the
The-
full
the
dancing
dance
version.
floor
How do you-
one?
When they all make up and are just like
Yeah,
happy days
come
before
in
they
the
all come back and
corner.
explode.
Yeah. People are saying that he couldn't say a lot of that on national television, which I totally agree. I think if she's saying that they're super, super private, I don't think that he would
Yeah.
blast
And-
anyone or give any information.
Right. And that's probably why he gave half, because he probably would have felt dishonest if he just was like, yeah, everything's great. And then thinking in his head, I'll tell her after, because it's like he's trying to still look out for it.
Yeah.
It probably put him in a really tough situation.
Oh, for sure. Because, like, when things like that happen, we can attest to it. Like the Dylan thing.
Maybe that's
producers
also
push the families to bring it up. You don't have to, but
maybe that's also why they were hesitant to come on.
I think they were hesitant because they're private people.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Y'all
has
gonna get
anything to do.
demonetized for Joey singing. We're not making that much from that anyway,
We're not.
girl.
We're not anyway.
It's all in the
We
ads,
aren't
baby.
monetized,
It's all in the
actually.
ads.
We're not monetized, and I don't know if it was totally on tune where it would get picked up,
Yeah.
but
Oh, it was on tune.
was it?
Oh,
I think you have to do it at like 30
was on
seconds
tune.
for it to hit monetize.
No, it's
right?
okay.
15?
Count me in 5. Okay.
5, 6,
No,
7, 8.
absolutely not. No, no, no.
Dancing on my own.
Oh, but not to be confused with the other one. Where it's through it all.
No.
They love to use that song.
That's the only song they use.
The
use
cover
that
songs
song.
have been
The
brutal.
Selena Gomez one. I'm not
Brutal.
over that one.
Brutal.
All right, we need to gather our
Yeah,
thoughts about.
We're running long. You
Yeah,
guys.
sorry,
We have a long
sorry.
episode today.
Gather our thoughts for the last parent things, but I'm going to take a quick moment to hear from one of our sponsors, Nutrafol. It's time to talk hair. If you're worried about weak or thinning hair, then you should try Nutrafol. This supplement is clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding. We love that Nutrafol has a lot of great ingredients. Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women that are clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding through all stages of life. But remember, healthier hair growth takes time. You'll begin to experience thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code After the Island to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere and is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code After the Island.
Wow. Okay. So then when Kira's crying, Will's in the kitchen being like, everything's great.
Died at that.
Butterflies and happiness. And Kira
Oh my
literally
goodness.
just keeps flashing back to Kira hiding behind the stairwell, bawling her eyes out. Back to Will making food in the kitchen. Everything's
Does
amazing.
he know she's crying? Or like
I don't think so.
No.
They probably think that she was like in the
dressing room or something?
or in the beach hut or
oh,
something.
yeah.
'Cause it
that
was right
too, that
after.
too.
That was just very odd to me. It was weird. I am assuming he didn't know that she was crying, but that was like a tough scene to watch.
That was tough. I wish she would have gone and got her hashtag girl gang to come help her out.
same.
I know.
Why? Yeah.
It feels like the girl gang is like you've holed up with this guy.
Yeah, but I
the
feel
whole
like she
time.
knows where the girl gang stands, and she's
I
just
know.
kinda
Yeah,
like,
she
I
doesn't
know.
wanna go
She's
back
just-
and, like,
she
cry.
is
Yeah.
run down. She's
I know,
probably
and I think
tired.
too, if she opened it up to that, they would all just like keep giving their opinions that she already knows
Yeah.
instead of comforting her. And I think they would just keep coming at her with the opinions, and I think that would have made it all worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they could see also from that rooftop. I feel like it's very hard to see. I think someone made a comment about that. But moving on to Bailey's family, super cute.
So cute.
She has
She
a
was
twin
like-
sister.
I know, I didn't know she had a twin.
Oh my god, I was like, wow, this is just gorgeous
My
jeans.
eyes twitching.
I wish
like,
they came in as twins.
She was literally like, hey guys.
But she literally was just like, so tell us more about what you like about Bailey just besides her looks. And I was like, okay, I love this.
awesome.
It was,
I thought Jeremy did a great job though.
no, I do too. Like he was making the comment too. It's so awkward meeting
How has
people
Jeremy
over
just
Zoom.
won us over this season?
I don't
How?
know.
And oh my god, I know I said this to you yesterday. Maybe it's because they're like eating really healthy and just like working out and not drinking. But like
body.
his body went from 0 to like 5,000.
It's
Like, hi Jeremy, how are you?
so buff.
Can't
Hi,
wait to have you
Jeremy.
on the show, babe. Just kidding. Oh my god, I'm gonna meet him. Again. Hey man, how you doing? I'm gonna turn on my straight voice when I meet him. Oh,
Hey,
God.
Jeremy.
Hey Jerem.
Hey, Jem Jem. So yeah, they were just kind of. I honestly teared up at this because she was like, "You're just keeping it so real. You look so much more relaxed," which is something my mom would say to me. She'd be like, "Bitch, like you have a stick up your ass right now. Like what is going on?" And I thought that was really cute. And Jeremy was like, "She gets my jokes, like all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff." So it was cute to see. And then Jeremy's mom,
Someone said his thighs are like massive muscles.
so hot. He could
I
probably
agree,
crack
Travis.
a nut.
I agree.
It's-
You could crack a fucking
could-
nut.
He needs a haircut though. I want him to come
I'll
on
take
the
him as
show
he
and let me
is.
give him a haircut as he's like doing the interview. Do
That'd be so.
you think he would let
Maybe
me?
that'll be a good segment. Yeah, we'll talk about
Wait,
it later.
what?
Let me give him a haircut as he's like on the show interviewing with us if he came in person.
He doesn't live in LA.
Oh,
We got to get him out here.
Yeah,
I'm sure
we gotta
he'll
get him
come
out
I
here.
wouldn't trust you with scissors anywhere near my body or head.
I give guys haircuts.
Often.
No.
Joey's like, yet again, I
like-
state, I do not trust you.
You're like Michael Scott. catching
Okay,
the scissors.
Jeremy's mom calling him Cookie, not going from cockroach to Cookie.
Oh my God, someone ships me and Jeremy.
You guys don't even have to like change your stand name. It could just be.
Also, why are there always bisexual girls in the villa and never bisexual guys? That's a stigma for another. That's
I don't
another conversation
know.
for another time. But
It's true. I don't know. Let's talk about that tomorrow.
yes.
Yeah.
With Leslie, we can talk about it.
Oh,
actually,
perfect.
today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
We'll
she's
ask her.
she's
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. I was like, wait, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I think she's pan.
Oh,
sexual.
love.
Yeah.
Shout to her.
But okay, so Jeremy's mom, great energy.
Cookie.
She was just like, "You're a great friend." I was like, not his mom, like putting him in the
See,
friend zone.
Loved her. Thought she was great. Also got a little bit of the like he might be really close with his mom. Like she was like, "You're a lucky girl," and it's like I would almost be like, "Jeremy, like you're so lucky." to
Yes,
have
I got that
Bailey."
energy
Like,
too.
She
Uh-huh.
was just like, "No, Bailey, you're so lucky."
I wonder if he has
But
a
they're so
sister.
similar, and I do love it, and I did love their vibe.
Those kind of moms scare me sometimes. Not saying
Mhm.
that's totally how his mom is, because it could just be, randomly saying that or coming across like that. But the moms that are like, my son is perfect. He is an angel. Can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
We all know a few of those.
Yeah,
But it was pretty
Sometimes,
bland. Nothing juicy really happened there. I would say,
No,
like it went
just
fine.
Cookie
Yeah,
was
it was
hilarious.
good. It was
though.
cute. And then Corey and his mom and his grandma.
Wait, no.
What?
There was something you wrote that I wanted to touch on that was so funny. Jeremy in the beach hut saying,
Oh,
not me, meeting her family
Like a
looking like a
porn
porn star.
It's like,
I was
yes, you do,
dying at
baby.
that.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
you
I
do
love
kind of
it.
look like that.
I love
It's a
it.
stash. It's a stash.
It works. It works.
Hair.
Okay, so then Corey and his mom and his grandma, so cute and
So cute.
literally so funny that his mom was like, I could have gone the rest of my life not knowing that you slept with, I think she said 29, but didn't he say it was 99?
I don't know.
I don't know. I could be totally making up a rumor.
Corey's
but,
not the virgin.
she was like, I could have gone my whole life not knowing that, but thank you. And he's like, how do you know that? And I'm like, sir, you were on national television.
Yeah, and they're like,
What do you
he,
mean?
he. I'm like, okay, weird. Like, move on.
Like, can you
Um,
discuss this when he gets home? Like, scold him for that when he gets home for saying that.
And then he kind of goes on to say, like, Olivia taught him how to open up and be vulnerable. And I wrote down their names because he was like, Lori, Corey, and I just call her grandma. And I was like, now she's all of our grandmas. She was like, I am everyone's grandma.
I love a grandma like that.
Stan grandma.
Also, his dog Flex was so cute.
Oh, I totally forgot about the dog.
I loved the dog. I liked his name too.
Flex.
It was
That
so
would be
cute.
not Jeremy. Corey's dog's name.
I
Flex.
know.
Cool Flex.
Cute.
And then the mom was saying, Lori, she was saying that she was nervous someone else was gonna pick Olivia. And I thought that was cute. Like, I think
is
that they
cute.
do really support it. And then Olivia's mom comes on. Olivia's mom is stunning.
Yeah,
She's like
whoa.
hot. And her mom was definitely like, your face.
Wait, I was just trying to remember why. Let me read the notes. I remember looking up at me like, wait, why are they crying?
Oh, okay. So I think that Olivia must have gone through a
Yeah.
really, really tough breakup or
Yeah.
something
Something-
happened
Yeah.
where her mom kind of said she went into the villa broken.
Yeah.
This conversation literally had me in puddles.
Oh my god.
yeah, it was-
Okay. Yes, I agree. But also towards the end when she's like, "And Olivia,
You're not broken.
you're not broken."
It was literally
I was
a
like,
monologue.
okay, Academy Award winning actress.
No,
Like,
it
this
dead
is
ass
great.
what did
But
sound like scripted.
again, she would have been a great bachelorette.
Yeah.
Another reason.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just was like, when I was like agreeing full heartedly, I was like, yeah, I know you're not broken. But then at the end, when she delivered that one line, I was like,
I know.
okay, hon.
It did. It
That
did
was dramatic.
sound-
She's like, but wait.
It also was it was crazy to hear that, because seeing Olivia enter, I didn't feel that she was broken. And I think it was probably
Totally.
because she was like so excited for this new chapter and so ready for it. But I
Mhm.
bet she was probably broken before leaving and thought like, well, this is a good time to go move on from whatever. And Olivia does seem genuinely happy. Like, yeah, she's had her ups and downs in the villa, but I feel like she has found something that she feels happy with. So
Yeah.
whatever broke her, or maybe she was sad about something, like, it doesn't feel like she's dwelling on that. Like, I don't see any ounce of that from what we've seen of her.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because we do kind of say it all the time. Like, the people that they usually choose for Love Island, they've all gone through something like traumatic or really bad relationships, and everyone kind of comes in there to not only find love but to mention or to find like friendship and like a family that they feel like they never had. What?
Someone wrote, "Man, I love fishing for more." Like fishing, like just trying to fish
Random
for stuff.
person? Oh.
Like, you know, when someone means like a stretch, it means like I love stretching a situation when they're like I like to fish. Like fish like means to make more out of something that could have been really little.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I was like, for what? Bass, salmon.
Yeah. Me too. I was like, oh, I think this guy's on the wrong chat. And so
He's not after the island. Like, wait, we can't go fishing
yeah,
here.
he's like, wait, I thought this was the fishing channel. She also makes the point to say that she went in looking for a husband. Interesting.
A husband.
She
It's
needs to be the
Joey Court.
Bachelorette. I'm just like, we need to
Bullshit.
give this girl the Bachelorette. Like, I need her to be the Bachelorette.
If I was going in looking for a husband and I had to go through what she went through, I'd be like, oh my God, get me out. Get me out.
I agree.
Same. I don't know if Love Island's the husband phase.
You never know.
Dating phase.
Corey's 29. It could work out.
Oh, he is?
What
Yeah.
if we had
Same
a
age?
first engaged Love Island winner?
I know. That'd be cute.
I just don't want them to get engaged.
I don't think they're getting engaged.
I don't either, but
Definitely not.
it would be funny.
Because I
Definitely
really want her
not.
to be the Bachelorette on ABC.
Yeah, I always knew you were not broken. She just said that she had a lot of like head and heart issues.
If I was like,
going
Mom, I'm
on.
broken, my mom would be like, shut up.
Yeah, someone in the chat, someone in the chat said, the
Not
fuck?
my mom.
Not my mom calling me broken.
I'd be like,
No, I would be like, Mom, please.
My
not
mom would be
here."
like, get it together. Figure it out.
Oh, but it's obvious that they're very close, which is nice to see. And then we're kind of left with the preview of the aftermath for Will and Kira. Who do you think's going home?
I don't know.
I think Kira might go home.
I think there's a chance Kira might explode with all the Will stuff and be like, I cannot handle it anymore and you are not committing to me and I'm going home. But then would
Yeah,
Will go
maybe.
home too? Or like,
That's
I
what I
don't
was like.
know.
I'm just trying to think of like a logistics standpoint too.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know.
Who
Wait,
do
when
you
do we
guys
find
think?
out? When do we find out? Oh my God, that seductive gaze, Elizabeth.
Things
No, I
went
was
hard,
thinking.
AB.
Oh,
That was me
I was like,
thinking.
hi.
It's not seductive.
I'm with Jeremy.
I always wanted to know what happens if two people want to couple up with the same person. The producers choose who goes first, and it's probably whoever creates more drama. I feel like so many people didn't know like how you sit around the fire pit,
Cheyenne.
and, like
Yeah.
why you.
Cheyenne has been
Shitting on us?
No. Throughout the episode, she's just wanted to let you know, Alex, that you look hot.
Well, thanks. Thank you so much.
Oh,
I
Dale's
tried
here.
today. I copied Florida's outfit from one of the episodes. I saw that she was wearing like a white loose romper with a cute little bralette under. I was like, I'm recreating that. And then I got it in the mail yesterday. So
I love it.
thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a look.
Are we going to do the game next time? Since
I feel like
Yeah,
we should do the game
we-
next
we're
time
gonna do
because
the game next
my
time.
gums just ran a marathon. with
I'm
you
crying.
guys.
Joey
This is
like has to go
fun.
do his job.
I'm like, no, it's my full time now.
Joey needs to come back.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Wait, what time are you guys taping tomorrow?
Same time
9:30.
every day.
Do you not listen to my
No,
spiel?
wait, sorry.
Do you not
Oh no,
listen
you
to
have
my
interviews
spiel?
later. Got it. But also Monday, let's do a big something for the.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna do a
we're gonna
big
do a big
shebang. What do you guys want to see for the
shebang.
finale?
They want to see guests. They want to see games. They want to see prizes.
Guests, games, prizes.
Yes.
All of it.
What else? Tea.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy's
Tea.
naked.
Oh please.
Me giving Jeremy a haircut.
Body shots off Jeremy.
Yes.
Top body shots off Jeremy.
Someone said Joey every day.
Thanks,
Facts.
guys. That's so nice.
Alright,
I don't know if my
awesome.
boss would.
All
love
right.
that.
Well, we will see where tonight takes us.
Yes, and thank you guys again so much for watching, and thank you again to our sponsors, HelloFresh, BetterHelp, and Nutrafol. You guys are great. Make sure while you're on this chat, like our video, like it for Joey.
Yes.
Joey
Thanks,
says to like
guys.
it.
Thanks
I saw
for
someone
Leave
Joey.
us a review.
dumb down it, and we're gonna have to chat later. I'm gonna have to pull you for a chat. Beat some ass.
We're gonna have to pull some chats.
All right, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, everybody.